My name's Tom and welcome to Historic Cooking.
Today's episode is in honour of the Turner Prize, which will be presented at the Herbert as part of UK City of Culture 2021 celebrations. The Turner Prize aims to promote contemporary British art. Turner Prize was established in 1984, named after the 19th century artist JMW Turner. Today, Turner is considered to be one of the greatest British artists and romantic painters. He is known for his expressive use of colour, imaginative landscapes, and turbulent marine paintings. He left behind hundreds of oil paintings and watercolours, as well as 30,000 works on paper. Amongst his notes, we discovered a list of food and drink he consumed in 1839. Bread and cheese, bottle of ale, dinner, 2 small bottles of stout, glass of gin and water. It is believed that this note was written in England.
And now let me show you how to cook this 19th century bread. So from that note that we found from one of his notebooks, we've used that for our inspiration for our historic recipe. We're using a recipe from Mrs. Beeton's cookbook again. We've settled with Mrs. Beeton's recipe because we know that's kind of Victorian era, and we've used her cookbook before in a previous episode of cheesecakes. As we've seen, the note just says bread, cheese, ale and stout, and a glass of gin and water. So we've got some cheeses that we've kind of researched and found. These are kind of classic cheeses. We've got a Roquefort, we've also got a Cheshire cheese as well. Tribute from St. Austell, a milk stout from Black Sheep Brewery as well. We're going to make a delicious bread, and then we're going to make our modern day after this. Very simple, bread hasn't really changed much. We've got some yeast. We're using dry active yeast because I couldn't get any fresh or brewer's yeast, but it will work kind of similar kind of way. Salt for flavouring, flour, water. So we're just going to activate our yeast, pop that into our water. In the meantime, we can just pop our salt into the flour, and we'll just give flour and salt a little mix. I'm going to pour the yeasty water in, and then we're just going to start bringing this together. When this starts coming together, that's when we'll tip it out and we'll knead it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Just going to place it back into the bowl that's just been floured. Then we're just going to put some cling film over. They probably would have used like a wet tea towel, but we want to make it prove nicer. The bread has been just proving for about an hour or so. It's doubled in size. So we're going to take it out and we're going to knock the air out, knead it for just a few more minutes, and then we're going to pop it into our tin. This seemed to be a fairly common thing around this kind of time. The other way you could kind of do it is like freeform it into a ball and then let it prove again. And we'll just pop those on the back to prove again. So our bread has been proving for about an hour or so. As you can see, it is doubled in size. We're now just going to use a really sharp knife and we're just going to score it, and then we're going to bake it. So we're going to bake these for about 20 to 30 minutes at about 250 degrees, and we should have some delicious bread at the end of this. So we've just taken this loaf out of the oven because it is about done, and I'm just going to put this next to the microphone. Sizzle a little bit. Yeah, there's a little crackle. Turn it around. Ooh. Top to bottom, it should sound hollow. So that's the kind of sound that you're looking for. So we're just going to pop this bread onto a wire rack just so that it can cool down a little bit. The wire rack helps it stop sweating on the bottom, otherwise you'll just have like a soggy bottom. And as we've learned from British TV, you don't want a soggy bottom. So we're now going to try some of the bread. I think it turned out pretty good actually. Tastes really good. It's a nice bread. Lunch sorted.
To pretend I'm sitting on a riverbank with alcohol and bread and cheese. That's a really good, hearty bread, and I'm sure it's going to go absolutely perfectly with some nice cheese and the stout, which I'm about to try. I know this isn't really a review of the cheese, but that cheese is like a weird cross between Wensleydale and cheddar. Yeah, it's kind of light, crumbly.
The bread's really nice. I'd say it's not that different from the bread we eat today, actually. It's got a nice crunch on the outside and it's nice and fluffy on the inside. Not necessarily the drink that I would have chosen, but I can see why Turner would have chosen it. It's quite filling, and I guess it would have given him that energy for the day out in nature.
This is our dough that's been improving overnight. So we're just going to tip it up and we're going to ball it up, pop it on a tray, and then it's going to have its second proof for about an hour or so, and then we can make some delicious pieces. So we're just going to sprinkle a little bit more flour over these, and then just pop some cling film on, and then let them rest for like a good hour or so. So we're now going to make the tomato sauce for our pizza. We're just making a really simple sauce. We've got 10 tomatoes. I would really recommend getting really good quality tomatoes. There's a world of difference between like a cheap tin of tomatoes and these. They're a bit more expensive, but the flavour that you get from them is just so much better. We're also going to add some basil and some garlic. So this is our dough that's been resting. Just get one of our dough balls, and we're just going to press it down lightly with our fingers first. Just roll it out. Don't want it too perfect looking. We'll make it look a little bit more rustic. So we've got our tomato sauce that we've cooked down. We're just going to put a little bit of this on. So for this pizza, we're doing a 3 cheese pizza. We're using some of the mozzarella, and then we're also going to add some of the Roquefort, and we're going to use some of the Cheshire cheese as well. The pizza dough is so simple to do. Kind of make it the day before or early hours of the morning before you go to work. Leave it in the fridge and it's like perfect. So let it proof for an hour before you start cooking it. Roll it out, and it's pretty simple to cook in the oven as well.
It's really good. It's just so good. The olive oil really helps take it to another level. But let's be honest, bread and cheese is always a winning combination.
My favourite type of combination of bread and cheese, really. So whether it be modern or olden times, I hope you feel inspired and enjoy the Turner Prize.
Thank you very much everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. This was a lot of fun to cook. I would love to know in the comments down below, what toppings would you have on your pizza? Do you like a classic margherita? Do you like cheeses on there? Or like, let me know what you think. Let me know if you try any of these recipes as well. There'll be links down to the recipe in the description below. And I hope you have a great day.